and here's the results.
Alright, let's begin the store tour. This is supermarket near me, average size, and we start at the fresh produce section where every healthy motherfucker should shop mostly. So let's start. Some oranges at first. 65 cents per kilogram. Dirt fucking cheap. Eat some citrus fruit right now, it's cheap as fuck. So here's some potatoes, 98 cents, so cheap. And we have some sweet potatoes, a little bit more expensive because we don't grow sweet potatoes in Finland. But I mean, not that bad if you want some sweet potatoes, not that expensive. And we have some other potatoes, even cheaper. And now we got some carrots, 129 per kilogram, dirt cheap I would say. And beetroots, let's check the beetroots, 125. So roots are very cheap at the moment, good source of calories, carbohydrates, give you energy, and cheap. Everybody's favorite bananas, and how much they cost? 139. These are the cheapest bananas at the Finland, and sometime in sales you can get them even cheaper than that. But I mean, that's really cheap for bananas, and it's really cheap for the food that gives you so much energy and tastes so good on its own. So great deal, I would say. Some apples, and there's some organic bananas at the background. €1 per kilogram for the apples and €2 for the organic bananas. So cheap. Some tofu. And what you wanna look at is this number here. That tells you how much is it per kilogram. So €7. This is organic, non-GMO tofu. So that was plain tofu. This is marinated, a little bit more expensive, and some other marinated stuff. So here are some cheeses, and yeah, the prices go up when you go to the cheeses. I don't know how you make organic cheese, but I can tell you it's not any better for you than the normal one. Here's some other. This was probably the cheapest cheese I could find, like 10.42 per kilogram, so pretty cheap this one. Here's some other cheeses, fucking expensive, €45 per kilogram, so fucking expensive. So here's some eggs, and eggs weren't really that expensive, they are pretty damn cheap, but do you really want to kill those male chicks when they are born? Put them in the grinder? I don't know. And eggs are chickens, period. So I don't know how good you feel eating chickens, periods. And here's some free-range chicken. The price go up a little bit. Here's some meats. Check out the meats. These are processed meats, class 1 carcinogenic. And how much do they cost? Oh my, 25, almost €26 per kilogram. So not that cheap. 16.76 per kilogram. This is some organic meat, 22.42. And yeah, there's some salmon. Salmon isn't exactly the cheapest food either, pretty damn expensive. And here's some other fishes. This is salmon, 18.69. This is €40 per kilogram. Some shrimp there, 33. So seafood, not really that cheap. If you wanna destroy the oceans and eat the seafood, you're gonna have to pay for it. And here's some good old red meat, class 2 carcinogenic, not really cheap either. And here's some other beefs, some fancier ones, and as you can see 62.46 per kilogram. That is some seriously expensive meat. And this one too, really damn expensive. I think this one was the most expensive one I could find, so I think the cows must be really grass-fed, massaged, all that shit. Chicken, let's check the chicken. Ooh, chicken not so expensive as beef, but I mean that's not cheap either compared to the potatoes or bananas. 10 times more expensive. And here is some healthy chicken for you, natural. You got good heart. I don't know how the fuck they put this in here, and it says free range chicken, and it even says the farm it has been raised. I would love to see how they raise these chickens. Are they really that free range? Is it more humane to kill free range chicken or normal chicken? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, you can see it in the price too. The free range chicken is more expensive as well. So you're gonna have to pay if you want to eat some humanely raised chickens. And here's some minced meat, very popular in Finland. Little bit more expensive, little bit cheaper, but as you can see it only has 17% meat. So I don't know what else is in there. And Class 1 carcinogenic. You're gonna have to pay 10 times as much as potatoes for Class 1 carcinogenic, so think about that. And here's some frozen fish. This is salmon as well, expensive. And we have some lamb. You wanna eat baby lambs? Do you want to really kill them and eat them? Do you really want to eat some baby lambs? You're gonna have to pay for it as well, so not really that cheap either. But okay, now we go to the plant stuff. So you might be wondering where you get your protein from. Here's some chickpeas, go green, I agree. And you can already see the prices are dropping drastically. This is under 5 euros. Nothing except the eggs in the animal product section were this cheap. And here's some green peas. Oh my god, even cheaper. Great source of protein. This is lentils, red lentils. And they are pretty damn cheap as well. So here is quinoa, little bit more expensive, at the same range at the minced meats or chicken, but I would argue that quinoa is much more healthy for you. It has fiber, no cholesterol, lots of minerals and vitamins and carbohydrates, gives you great energy. So get some quinoa instead. It's same price as chicken and minced meat. Go green. So here's some basmati rice. And oh my, not that expensive. And here's some other white rices. Even cheaper than that. And this one was the cheapest rice I could find. These are like 2 kilogram packages, so buy in bulk. Here we have some whole grain pasta. Let's see what it costs. And oh my god, cheap, cheap, cheap. Not as cheap as rice or anything, but still really cheap. And here's some other brand's whole grain pasta, which is actually really cheap. Cheaper than the rice. So pasta is pretty good. Really good energy source and cheap as fuck. So here's some spaghetti for you. Italian spaghetti and under 2 euros per kilogram. So spaghetti pasta straight from Italy, cheap as fuck, good energy source. Eat pasta, eat potatoes. And here, protein, carbs, fiber, vitamins, minerals. Legumes are really awesome. I prefer them a lot myself. And the good thing about it is they are really cheap too. These are like ready to go beans, but if you buy them bulk and prepare them yourself, as you could see, they are even cheaper. Usually half the price of these already prepared ones. So, but eat your legumes. So as you can see, here's some kidney beans, white beans, black beans, and they are all same price. So chickpeas as well. So here's some soy product which kind of mimics the minced meat, and some of my new vegan or not yet vegan friends really like the product and prefer it compared to minced meat. So try it out. Soy is good for you. I don't eat that much soy myself, but I don't see any problem with it. And good thing about it is also the price, which is almost half the price of minced meat. So prefer soy, prefer beans over the meats. Here's one of the staples as well, oats, whole grain oats. And let's see the price. Oh my god, that is so cheap, so cheap. Lastly, here's some frozen stuff, some broccoli. You can see the price there, under 3 euros. And here's some Brussels sprouts, little bit more expensive, but compared to animal-based products, really cheap. And some green peas, super cheap. And there's some other brand as well, and it's not as cheap as this, but still not that bad. So there you go, that's my little shopping trip, and you could see the prices there. Those are the prices in Finland at the moment, but they are pretty similar in globally as well, so not much difference there. Whole plant foods for the win, for your health, for your wallet, for the animals and the planet as well. So eat a lot of bananas, potatoes, other root vegetables, pasta, rice, legumes, vegetables. The rice is 10 times cheaper than the